So far, let's try to see. One of the names that have been mentioned for the right back position is that of Jeremie Frimpong. So we are going to see what are the attributes of Jeremie Frimpong, what are the other alternatives. Obviously, as at the time of recording this video, there is a news that Jeremie Frimpong has already completed his medical and he's expected to sign for Liverpool in the coming hours. So let's go there. So the way you do it is we come here and then we type Jeremie Frimpong, or Frimpong will be easy. I think it is MIE for Jeremie. And then let's look at his attributes. Obviously, Jeremie Frimpong isn't kind of like an upgrade on Trent or want to actually match his overall ability. But we are going to see that anyways, comparing Frimpong and Trent. But I mean, this is kind of like the best the Liverpool football club can actually get in the market as at the time of this recording. And looking at his stats or his qualities or attributes, you can see that he's an excellent player on the flanks. And like you already know from me, right, players who are on the flanks, I really love them to have lots of pace and acceleration, because opposing teams or opposing clubs would also be signing wingers that have lots of pace and acceleration. So if yours can't match that, it's a sorry case. You have, imagine in the Premier League, for example, players who will be going up against, the likes of Mohamed Salah, Jeremy Doku, Saka, Martinelli, just name them, very pacey wingers. You understand? And there are a whole lot more. So if that right back or that left back can't really match that is disaster, because immediately that player is beaten. Man, it's a goal scoring opportunity. So we can see that Jeremie Frimpong has acceleration and pace, which is very good. He currently, the minimum he has is 16, 17, but he has that potential to get up to 19 or 20, which is the highest in the game, right? Or in the game, which is a reflection of the maximum a player can be in reality. Okay, so we see his acceleration, and acceleration is actually the attribute that reflects how quickly a player can get to top speed from a standing position. How quickly can they get when they are trying to attack or trying to go for the ball, or create an opening space. You understand? Take for example, from a standing position, you have Jeremy Doku, who has beaten this player on the far right hand side of the pitch. How fast can this player actually run to actually cover or intercept Jeremy Doku's race or something like that? While pace, on the other hand, it reflects a player's top speed both on and off the ball. So what is the maximum this player can actually run when they are holding the ball? How fast can they move the ball? So sometimes pace and acceleration can be used interchangeably, and sometimes they also go together, right? I mean, like the likelihood of a player having acceleration and no pace, it's very, very low, and vice versa. Having pace and no acceleration is also very, very low. So usually they are almost the same thing, or they go together. So I really love wingers or fullbacks, wingers or wing backs or fullbacks, attacking fullbacks that really have these qualities. So this he has. However, his tackling is poor, and tackling actually reflects how well he can actually make interceptions or defend. So this reflects the player's ability to win the ball cleanly without conceding fouls in such situations. You can look at a classic example who happens to be one of the best in the Premier League, being Wan-Bissaka. His tackling will be very, very high. In this case, Jeremie Frimpong lacked in that. So Liverpool fans, unless he actually improves in terms of the coaching and everything, then we are going to see an improvement. But trust me, this guy will get cooked, especially when he runs. And luckily, anyways, he makes up for that with his acceleration and pace, where the guy, if he run back, go cover. You understand? Sometimes you don't need to make tackles, but just run back, maybe if he block, the opposition player. Another thing is he has good stamina. He has good flair, which is very good. So it's that player's natural talent to be creative and unpredictable. Definitely Trent will have this more than him. He is also a good dribbler, as can be seen here. His minimum is 15, which is that player's ability to run with the ball and manipulate it under close control. When you have that kind of merciless kind of things, you just hold the ball and you are mesmerizing, that kind of that kind of thing. So Here is Frimpong. He's 22 years old, of course, and the transfer fee being looked at for him is between 55 to 87. It's between 55 to 87. So we'll see about that. So let's compare Frimpong and what's his name, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And pardon me, some of the attributes I explained here, I definitely wouldn't explain them in the next, when we are looking at the next players, right? So the ones I haven't explained them, it takes some time to explain them, and which is totally good, because while we are also doing this, we are also learning. It's a learning process for us. You understand? And even before looking at Trent, let's look at his career stats, how well it has been. So he played, okay. This wasn't updated because I think he did so well in 2023-2024 season, helping Bayer Leverkusen towards their run of winning is it the treble or just the double, the unbeaten streak they had. Anyways, that's by the side. But actually from here we can see that he's good in terms of his goal contributions. Okay. So let's look at Trent and then compare both of them. Now you can see Trent, right? And like I mentioned earlier, Jeremy Doku isn't a direct replacement or a direct match for Trent. Obviously, Trent beats him in a whole lot, aside the acceleration and pace, and which we can also know, or we also know and we can explain, right? I mean, Trent, we know that when he goes forward to attack, coming back is a problem, and that has been a big issue for Liverpool. And sometimes that willingness to then tackle or dribble or make a tackle or make a block, is low. But trust me, Trent's passing, as you can see here, 18, and that is testament to what Trent actually gives you. His first touch, his crossing, the best in the league, like the best in the Premier League, or one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, and we all know that anyways. So for this one, Trent wins. So Trent is 24. We hope that Jeremy Doku, we hope that Jeremie Frimpong, both of them Jeremie Frimpong would be able to at least get better in his attributes by the age of 23 or 24. All right, by now I think he should be 23 or 24, something like that, because this is in 2023 and we're in 2025. So let's compare Trent and Frimpong. So here is Trent and here is Frimpong. The green is Trent, the blue is Frimpong, and obviously, as you can see, Trent wins a lot. He has better crossing, better corner taking, though his dribbling is not as good as Jeremie Frimpong. His first touch is good, his passing is like amazing, 18. His technique is good, his composure, like his work rate, and so many things, right? In which, and in some cases too, Trent also almost matches Jeremie Frimpong, aside his pace and acceleration. So guys, that is the comparison between Trent and Jeremie Frimpong. And you can imagine Trent is on 190, for example, in Liverpool, and Jeremie Frimpong, to be signed to Liverpool, he may ask for let's say 70, 75, 80, because we all know that Liverpool, like when it comes to the wage we offer players, it's not actually like the best in the league. So this is what we likely may get. Okay. All right. So that's about Jeremie Frimpong and Trent Alexander-Arnold for the right back position. So let's quickly take a look at Conor Bradley, just to see the competition between Conor Bradley and Jeremie Frimpong, and so you can imagine or wonder the excellent competition we will have in Liverpool's right back, and they are almost fairly the same. Acceleration and pace. Bradley isn't that bad; he's also good, even better than Trent, anyways. Tackling, Bradley is better. Dribbling, Jeremy Doku is better, even better than Trent. First touch, Bradley is also better, anyways. So, Liverpool fans, make no panic. That our right back slot has been sealed. It's been confirmed. excellent. No qualms.